What is going on, YouTube? C0L3 here, back with a brand new video today. So I can tell by the title, man. Hey, man, we got another reaction video today. We got the Sassy Man era by Tommy NFG, right? Sassy Men. So as you know, we're in the Sassy Men epidemic. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I'm confused. I'm confused because the term sassy gets thrown around a lot, and sometimes girls just be saying sassy for a man that's just confident in himself and has morals. And then I see sassy for men that, you know, do, I guess, what you would quote unquote call feminine stuff, which I don't know, somehow those two get intertwined in between each other, and you know what I'm saying? I'm confused on what the term actually means. So hopefully this video provides some clarity. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe down below. Join the movement. And yeah, let's get into it, y'all. Let's get right into it.
As a man, according to the internet's new rules, you officially get categorized as two groups nowadays. You're either group A.
Don't forget, I'm invincible.
Or you're either group B.
Alright guys, on three, we're gonna take a boomerang. We're gonna shake our mouths, okay? So 1, 2, 3.
I ain't gonna lie.
And I speak for
the emojis on that is crazy. Like I didn't think it was bad until I seen the what is, yo. I swear to you, yo, I've never seen a group of guys do this, bro. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, this is a little sus. I'm gonna keep it only because these emojis on the joint with the heart is a little crazy. Like y'all was all cool. Like, all right, y'all having your film, y'all getting matchas or y'all celebrating, whatever. Like, it ain't that deep. But then I see what the wink with the tongue out, and then yeah, bro.
1, 2, 3.
And I speak for all men when I say we only classify as these and it's impossible to fit another category. Anyways, y'all, the talk of the interweb for the past couple of years has been that men are getting quote-unquote soft. But it's been really ramping up from last year to now when people have been talking more about it. And a majority of the time, the main people saying this are men online, obviously. Whether it just be a comment on a post, an alpha male podcaster saying humanity is falling because of it. But another category of people that I also haven't seen mentioned that say it too is women online. I always have to say this because people are sped. Not all women are like that and say men need to be more manly and less sassy online. But usually the people I see mentioned that say it are the alpha gurus and male podcasters. And I don't usually see women mentioned in the conversation about it. They have another name for it too. They call it the quote-unquote sassy man apocalypse. And how it works is it'll be a man posting something on TikTok of them doing a more feminine-like activity. Could be something like doing Pilates. And before someone's like, huh, well, Tommy, those are perfectly normal activities that any gender can— Shut up! Calm your ass down. This ain't a Twitter comment section. We all know anyone can do these activities. Like, I don't have to explain when I say a feminine activity. And whenever a man posts him doing one of these activities, you'll at least get a couple of people in the comments saying, why is he acting so zesty or sassy? And it don't even gotta be something crazy for real. Like, a man could record himself and be drinking matcha in the video. And you'll have some people in the comments like, yo, bro, that's a little zesty. Why are you getting matcha and not pure black coffee? What am I gonna do with all these sassy men around? Like, why are you drinking the girly drinks? As a man on the internet, if you post you doing something like that, you really won't win. If you post you doing something slightly perceived as a feminine thing, you'll get hate from men and women. And I think this whole thing stems from older generations. Since Gen Z and before was raised by older generations that usually followed the traditional ways, a lot of us have carried these ways to our adulthoods. And you can pick out the good and bad between the things that we were taught compared to now. I'm not here to be a therapist and get everyone's perspective on how that lifestyle has affected them for good or bad. There's
Producers, this plugin helps you finish your tracks way faster. Check this out. I'm gonna start with this loop that I made here.
traditional things that work for some people and some don't. Simple as that. But there's definitely things we can all universally agree on that they were low-key tripping over as men back in the day. Looking back at it, I couldn't live as a man like 20 to 30 years ago. Because you had to be boring as didn't fit in or your ass was gonna get flamed. A good example is like wearing pink. Back then, would not dare to touch the color pink because they knew if they did, they would probably get roasted by their friends or their family would think they're zesty. Shoot, up until my elementary school years, we still had that mindset. I'm not gonna lie, it didn't really change. And even something like skincare. Bro, you couldn't even take care of your skin without a potentially get.
Yeah, bro, times has definitely changed, y'all. Like, there's definitely things that are more accepted now, but that just comes with society. As society begins to advance, as society begins to evolve, we start to accept, things that didn't used to be accepted, and they just become the norm now. So, washing your face, men wearing pink, these are all things that are, socially acceptable now. Amongst other, of course, he'll still have people that say, oh, he's feminine, or what I'm saying, he likes it. Bro, hey, bro, and I had said this in a video, but what's feminine is really not, is doing things because, how do I say this? Femininity, a big part of femininity, right, is caring about what other people think. So a big part of masculinity would be not caring about what other people think. So if you like that pink shirt, you like those pink shoes, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, be yourself. That's a big part of masculinity. Being yourself, not caring about what people think about you, not, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this person going to say this person going to think of this. And it's always going to be in the back of your mind. But at the end of the day, opinions of others don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? They don't really matter that much. So, I mean, you just keep showing up for yourself every single day. And you keep, trying to be the best version of yourself. And you want to wear something that you like, then wear it, bro. Like, you want to do something that you like doing, then do it. You know what I'm saying?
You the gay allegations. Men low-key lived like cavemen back then. A lot of the fashion we wear too nowadays, they would think is zesty back then. You couldn't even put that on without getting the allegations. Like, it was just crazy. And I think the good thing about our generation is we're saying basic like, you can actually dress good and wash your face can happen without you getting the zesty allegations or being made fun of by your friends. But clearly some people are still entrenched into that old mindset. You got people like FitX Fearless, who I'm sure some of y'all have heard of, but if you don't know, he's another one of those alpha gurus who has his own course on how to become rich and handsome. And people actually pay to get advice on how to improve their looks from him.
Like these girls, they want Duke Dennis, they don't want me. It's not fair.
Oh, shut the hell up.
They want the drill to be rich, man. They want everything. They don't want regular drill.
He built himself. Ain't nobody gave that dude shit. He built himself. You motherfucker get every dude at the finish line and be like, oh, why do women want him? Because he tried.
And he's one of those people I feel like that holds the traditional mindset from the past completely. Because he's always complaining about the new generation and the styles people are rocking now. Like, he just hates any man that wears something baggy and thinks it looks childish. And he has multiple videos of him saying it makes you look homeless and dumb.
I'm gonna keep telling y'all dress like little kids.
Look, so my thing is, right, you want to have a balance. Like, I get what he's saying, the baggy clothes, but I actually like baggy clothes. I actually like clothes that are like bigger on my body. So like, I'll have a pair of baggy jeans in the closet. You know what I'm saying? I'll have a oversized tee. I think those are cool. I get what he's saying though. You want to wear fitted clothes, that, but sometimes like to wear the fitted clothing, right? You kind of gotta have some muscle on you. So if you don't got the muscle on you, then I would just go strictly for fashion. If you got muscle, then you can wear the tighter clothes. And usually, actually, it's kind of ironic that he said the baggy clothes is what's feminine. I think the tighter your clothes are is actually what's feminine. That's just me personally, but it's cool to wear tight clothes though. Like, I'm not bashing them or saying nothing bad about it. It's cool to wear tight clothes. I think tight clothes, it's a time and place for everything. Just know your atmosphere, know your environment. Like, if I put this on to this environment, am I going to thrive, or am I putting myself, to not get anything? You get what I'm saying? And yeah, bro, just be yourself. Like, I mean, he said y'all dress like little kids. I mean, dress how you want to dress, bro. Like, at the end of the day, bro, it don't matter. If you like it, that's all that matters. I'm telling you, that's all that matters, bro.
I don't care what anybody say, bro. The classy man is always the best looking man. Nobody could beat that guy. I don't give a damn what you say, bro. I don't give a damn about no new trends, these baggy clothes bullshit that you idiots think look cool. You don't look like a man. I don't give a damn what you think. Stop wearing baggy clothes. They make you look homeless. The losers on the internet want you to believe that a guy who dressed classy, a guy who wears fitted clothes.
Another thing too, right? You know, we put influencers in this. We give them like, how do I say it? We have high regards for them, right? Bro, y'all be listening to these guys way too much. Like, you gotta take what they're saying with a grain of salt, pretty much. Like, you guys, even me, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be a hypocrite here. Even me, like, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying don't take it serious at all or don't listen to what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if you guys actually listen to this guy, verbatim on every single video on all his, you know what I'm saying, takes, because basically this is just his opinion. This is just his opinion. This is just what he thinks. What do you think at the end of the day? That's what matters. What do you think? Do you think fitted clothes? If you think fitted clothes will look good on you, get fitted clothes. If you think baggy clothes will look good on you, get baggy clothes. If you want to do a mix between the two, like, there is no black and white. There is no, all right, if I go fitted, I can't do baggy. What? Bro, just get both. You get what I'm saying? Like, just get both. Like, it ain't that deep. Like, you can have the fitted stuff. Like, this right here, this looks thorough. I probably wouldn't have my shirt all the way, you know, open like that, but you know, this is thorough though. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is a classy look. You know, you can probably go to like a business meeting or something in this, or just a night on the town. Hey man, that's a cool fit. Like, you know, wear clothes that you like though. Don't, you know what I'm saying? These guys, man, y'all take everything they say too literal. You know what I'm saying?
Something is wrong with him. Not the guy who looks homeless and wears baggy clothes. That is quote unquote comfortable. The problem with this is you don't command respect with your image.
I'm sorry, bro, but I'm not trying to look like the Rock from the 90s every time I step out the house, or dress like I'm going to a wedding every day. Some occasions deserve the fitted clothes and some deserve the baggy clothes. That's all it is. Because fashion has always been the one thing that's progressed and changed depending on its time. So why would you want to stay one style forever without trying different things? If people treated fashion like his thinking forever, then we'd still be wearing those 1800s outfits. This is the type of thinking older generations still have though. Like, he low-key gives me the vibes of what a woman in her 50s would dream as their one-night stand. Universally with fashion though, I think we've all been way more open to changing up things in our generation. I mean, in 2017, we're dressing like this and we realized, all right, we gotta change this up. But then you go out actually putting that on and you're gonna have some older family member side-eyeing you, thinking you might swing the other way because
I'm done spending an obscene amount of money on takeout every done.
I'm getting back on track with Factor. Fresh.
You wanted to dress nice. A thing you'll hear some women say online is the phrase, men used to go to war. And it's used as an insult online, usually when it's a man doing something perceived more feminine. When I say perceived more feminine too,
men used to go to war. Well, guess what? Y'all can go to war with us now. Yo, y'all right on the front lines with us now, you know what I'm saying? In this next draft class, if there ever is one, you know what I'm saying, y'all getting drafted with us. You know what I'm saying? And don't say nothing about it either. Now y'all can go to war with us. You know, there is no stay-at-homes no more. That doesn't exist, you know? We'll be on the battlefield together.
Really doesn't even have to be that. It could just be him doing something fun. It's to the point where some of them will literally record random men in public to make fun of them for it.
Men used to go to war. Like, men used to go to war. Now they take photos on the staircases.
Like, all bro did in the first video was drink a frappe he bought with his hard-earned money. And all they did in the other was take a picture at a staircase. And by the way, there's a more than 100% chance men build those stairs. So I'd be damned as a man if I can't take pictures of something I build. I'll take a million pictures if I want to. The whole men used to go to war thing doesn't make sense to me because, for one, millions of men still do go to war all over the world. Like, do you not read the news or something? There's about a war started every week nowadays. And for the men at war in the past, do you think they actually wanted to be there? Men had zero choice but to be in the war. They would literally draft your name out a hat and you had to be in the field, or your ass was getting sent to prison to eternally be a named Bubba's prison wife. Also, there's a lot of countries where men around the world are still required to be in the military. Like in South Korea, BTS had to stop for a while because some of the members had to do their mandatory military service. And this type of president to me probably isn't the best thing to set, because if y'all really do want it to go back to men fighting in wars and stuff, as a man, as soon as you turn 18, you're getting sent on your way to serve your duties. Then be prepared as a woman. If you don't cook for your husband one day, you and the children got a 50% chance of getting beat that night, because that's what the older generations of men did. Like, I really don't think you want to be in that generation. And then you go in the comment sections of these videos and it's women saying things like, men are so princessy now, or so many princesses. I also get confused.
Yeah, because like, this is what I mean with the confusion of the sassy men. Like, what is, I'm still confused on this term. Like, what is sassy? Like, I'm definitely confused. I don't get what it means. Like, I really don't. Like, is this just a tactic for women to bash men? That's what it's looking like to me, y'all, because I'm genuinely confused. Like, they're saying, oh, men used to go to war, and oh, you know what I'm saying, and I'm confused. Now I will say this though, to, you know, favor them a little bit. You know, society has changed. Like I said, things that weren't accepted back then are accepted now, and you know, it's just the era that we're in. You get what I'm saying? That's all I can really say. You know, I think some things are like the thing that comes to mind for me is the painting the nails. Now I don't know about that one. That one is a little, hey man, I think you putting yourself out there if you paint your nails. And that's just my honest opinion. Like, I don't, like, the paint the nails is a little crazy. The paint the nails, the skirts. Alright, now, you feel me? Now we're getting a little too, you know what I'm saying? Now we're crossing that borderline. But if you just wearing baggy clothes or you like to drink matcha drinks, or, I mean, I don't think that's sassy. But I think when we get, you know, we pass the nails and the makeup and the, yeah, we get a little, the eye, like some guys get their eyebrows like yeah, we're on that fence there, buddy. You know what I'm saying? It's not looking too good. I will say that.
That is too, because isn't it mainly women saying men need to be more tapped in their emotions? Like, for decades, the complaint has always been that men are so emotionless and never like to express themselves. And that definitely is true a lot of times. You try to talk to any man over 60 about mental health or therapy and they go, mental health? My mental health was working 128-hour work weeks at 10 years old and walking 5 miles to school after, and then walking 5 miles back to finish the day. Then going on my grandpa's boat and fishing 5 fish a day for the entire family to eat. Mental health is something you made up after the 2000s. That was my impression of the blue collar worker. Then when men nowadays actually try to express themselves, we're sassy and princesses? This just shows me that a lot of y'all saying this will say one thing online, then act completely different when it comes to actual situations. Now, I obviously don't think all the women saying men used to go to war are serious and they're just joking, but it's one of those things where it's so many people saying it, everyone can't be joking about it. I didn't realize this until I grew up, but in our generation, there's still a ton of women that want to live that more traditional lifestyle. Because all you would see on ads and online for years, it was all about independence for women and living that lifestyle, which if it works for you, that's amazing, you know, I don't got no complaints. But then as I grew up and would ask the women around in my life what they wanted for the future, you know, when I became college age and everybody's trying to figure out what they want to do with their life, I would hear a surprising amount of them saying the more traditional thing and maybe working a side job just so they're not bored. Nothing wrong with that either. Should I know in the future for me, I'm gonna provide the best I can for whoever I'm with. As long as the relationship relationship is healthy, it really shouldn't concern anyone. Then a couple of years ago, that thing blew up on TikTok called trad wives, where it's pretty much women talking about their traditional lifestyle and what they live like. Can this lifestyle turn into a toxic thing? Yes, but that's why you have to have a group of good people around you to tell you when it may be turning into that. You know, it can turn real quick from happily married with kids and living your dream lifestyle to you overcooking the chicken one day and getting RKO'd on the dining room table. I think there is a correlation of this type of lifestyle starting to trend more and more, and you know, men getting called sassy and zesty and online. You know, this is just my view, but I wasn't really seeing this ramp up like this until recently. People be forgetting there's a large amount of women who also have the traditional mindset of thinking too. Anyways, to wrap everything up, as a man, you shouldn't be crashing out and angry over your girl asking you if you want to get a pedicure with her, and be worried you're gonna get perceived as sassy online if people see it. Maybe it's just the name. If they called it a manly feet cleaning, I wonder if more men would be open to doing it. Like, it's fine to take care of your skin and make sure you're looking right. And you can do all this while also doing the traditional, more manly stuff, like locking in with the gym and lifting and providing for whoever you're with in life. I could just never take it serious if another person is trying to call me sassy online because of something. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram.
Alright, y'all, that's gonna be the end of today's video, man. What y'all think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you guys subscribe, man. More videos on the way. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace.